Be conscious. Be conscious. Be conscious. I'll give you precise teachings I received, blessings I received from Arunagiri Yogi Ishwara. All of you understand, consciousness means the idea, perception, feeling you have, you exist. That is what I call as consciousness. The idea you have about you, I exist, irrefutably. Your mind may have different moods, thoughts, good, bad, tired, fresh, energetic, excited, or dull. All that your mind may have, your body may feel, but you exist irrefutably. All of you know that you exist. That consciousness is powerful enough to be your mental fuel and physical fuel. Please understand. When I use the word mental fuel, fuel to keep you excited, energetic, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. You all feel the love you get from the person whom you love, keep you excited emotionally. But you should know the fundamental truth. Your consciousness is capable of giving you that same excitement much more intensely, continuously. All forms of excitement, all forms of enthusiasm, all forms of bliss, all forms of inspiration, all forms of excitement to explore everything you want in the life, whether in the field of health, relationships, wealth, knowledge, pleasure, anything you want to explore in your life, the moment you understand your consciousness is capable of supplying the fuel you need for exploring your life, the moment you realize you become Ishwara, Master, Lord. Understand? As long as you think, believe, brainwashed from the external source, you need to get the fuel. You are a slave, even if you have a great kingdom under you. I have seen so many kings. I have seen so many kings. I tell you, I have seen beggars, middle class people, upper middle class, and a king who can get anything he wants which can be gained by money and people. I have seen all kinds of people. I tell you, waking up to the truth, your consciousness is capable of being the fuel for your mind and fuel for your body, makes you Ishwara, liberates you. I tell you, it is not difficult. And I want all of you to know, I won't teach something which is difficult or impractical or impossible. Stupid, I'm repeating, stupid people constantly delude themselves, keep themselves brainwashed. The source for the energy is from external, even after seeing it is not really the external sources give excitement, empower you continuously, even though experientially you know it. The external sources are neither eternal nor empowering or enriching. Even after knowing it experientially, still you continue to keep yourself brainwashed. Continuing to keep yourself brainwashed. Understand? Don't be silly, mediocre, middle class minded person. See, how you are born does not make you middle class. How you live makes you middle class. Anyone who believes the source, the fuel for life is from the external resources, continues to remain slave and mediocre. Listen to the truths. Hunger is the primal delusion which continuously, repeatedly makes you believe fuel for life is from external source. Please listen. Hunger is the primal pattern which makes you repeatedly believe that fuel is from external source. I am not asking you to stop eating. All I am trying to ask you is just try to add consciousness whenever you feel hungry inside you. Like whenever you feel the hunger, instead of immediately rushing and dumping food into your body, just see how the hunger generates multiple patterns in you, how it triggers multiple patterns in you, like an anger of not being taken care, anger towards society, anger towards life. Unfortunately, food and love and care has been intertwined in our society from the young age, and you are made to believe whoever gives you latti, large quantity food, they care for you, they love you, they attend to you. This extremely stupid pattern. People who give you right food care for you, not large quantity or the tasty. Many times, right food can be tasty. People who give priority to right, then pleasant, are always good for you. Listen, when the hunger rushes in your body, be conscious, witness. Add Mahavakya in your Jataragni. See clearly the fire, hunger in your body is the Agni of Yaha, Yajna, Homa. Mahavakya is the fuel. Add Mahavakya to it. Sit consciously. Just few days try to do this. Just few days try to do this. You will realize not only the quantity of food you intake reduces, you will realize the ability to open up to your consciousness as a fuel for your body. See, completely not having external food, resource, fuel may happen in its own time. You don't worry about that. You start consuming consciousness as the fuel for your life, physical and mental, as much as you can. That's all. I'm not saying stop all the fuel which comes from external source, physically, mentally. I'm not saying that. And even if I say you are not going to listen to it, that's different. So I'm not saying that. I'm only saying start using the consciousness more and more as the fuel for your mental and physical needs. பசித்திருத்தலும் தனித்திருத்தலும் விழித்திருப்போர்க்கு சகஜம். பசித்திருத்தலும் தனித்திருத்தலும் விழித்திருப்போர்க்கு சகஜம், சுலபம். Adding consciousness to your hunger, please listen, the statement I am making is extremely powerful. Adding consciousness as a fuel when you are hungry not only solves your hunger, it generates naturally all the chemicals, medicines, hormones you need for a perfect health. Listen. Paramashiva Sarira, how he describes himself in Agama, eternally 16, divya Sarira, can shape out of free will, can live as long as he wants to use that body, Ichamrityu. As long as he wants, he can use the body and then he can drop when he wants to drop. The divya sarira will become reality for you if you just add consciousness to your hunger. That's all I am telling you. See, I had a guru. His name was Narayana Swami Tata. He's an adept in the science of Aushadha, medicines. He will collect herbs from the ground which was never walked by human beings. மனித கால்படாத இடத்திலிருந்து வேர்களும் செடிகளும் மூலிகைகளும் கொண்டு வருவார். Let me repeat. The place where human beings never walked, from that kind of places he will bring herbs, roots. How you know? He had a trained dog and a goat. The dog will take the goat and go. Goat will identify the herb. Dog will just pick it up and bring it. I have seen this happening. I am not telling you stories. He lived just few years, maybe 30 years before. And still his son, grandsons are, his family is still living in Tiruvannamalai. You can go and talk to them. You will find what I said is true. His name is Narayana Swami Tata. Still the home he lived is there. And all the things he used is there. Maybe the dog may not be alive because you can see his photograph. But surely the family knows whatever I am saying and you can talk to them. I had this kind of masters who are adepts. He told me once, when he was making the Aushadha, for a so-called incurable disease, kind of a very dangerous cancer, for that he was making Aushadha. He collected too many things from too many sources and finally made the Aushadha. He called that disciple, or I should say that client, who came to him for healing, for medical care, medical help, aushadha help, the customer. And he gave that medicine to him, asked him, eat this medicine every day, once a day, for next 42 days. He prepared that medicine with a lot of difficulty. Third day, that guy came back saying that somebody in the home unknowingly threw that whole packet into the river. Without knowing that it is a medicine, they just threw the whole thing while they were cleaning the home and put it in the river. Nearby small stream where they dump all the unwanted things. Surely it is very difficult to do the medicine again. I was wondering how he is going to solve, how he is going to help this person to get out of the cancer now, because making the medicine again, collecting the whole items, almost impossible. All he did, he called that person, made him sit next to him and told, this simple process, whenever you are feeling hungry, do japa of this mantra. I tell you, I know it is very difficult for you to believe. Maybe the power of his initiation, his words, energy. He said, whatever I made as aushadha, your body is capable of producing it when you add consciousness to your hunger. I tell you, surely it is the power of his initiation, because I saw he was having his hand on the shoulder of that person while he uttered these words. So that words have gone into his body like a powerful energy shock. Now literally I am having my hands on all your shoulders and giving you this initiation. Use consciousness as a fuel as much as possible when you are hungry. Not only you will be blissful, happy, conscious, healthy, you will never have any disease. Your body is capable of producing any medicine, chemical, hormone needed for healing itself and making itself as divya sarira of Paramashiva. I am not saying stop the food completely. I am saying as much as possible use consciousness when you are hungry. Automatically you will evolve a unique, powerful, beautiful Paramashiva divya sarira, which is highly energetic, intelligent, excited, young, healthy, blissful. When you use consciousness as the fuel for your physical body, it does so much good to you. The internal energy source used as a fuel for your body and mind is such powerful, inspiring excitement, I tell you. Anyone who has seen me in a very close quarters, my personal life 24/7. 3 years before, people used to have that opportunity. Only last 3 years, I withdrawn from the society, human society, and no one has access to my life other than the time I come out and sit for Satsang classes initiation. But in those days, 3 years before, people used to have access to see my personal life 24/7. For quite a long time, I was even resting in samadhi in my courtyard outside on the swing, the Kailasa courtyard, and people will be able to peep in while they walk across the Kailasa courtyard. Day and night, anytime. People who had access to my personal life 24/7 knows very clearly how the system I am using, body and mind, is eternally, intensely, continuously inspired, excited, hardworking, alive, awake. That is why even now, many people try to find out in which time zone I am in. They are not able to find out because anytime I come to the session, I am fresh. Body is alive, no yawning, no tiredness. This fully alive. So you can't gauge my biological clock. You can't gauge what time I am sleeping, what is my daytime, what is my night time. You can't gauge. You can't gauge based on my body language and my body, the time zone I am in. Because I am alive 24/7. No tiredness, no yawning, no symptoms of anything related to biological clock. I tell you, the one and only reason is using consciousness as fuel. It's not that I don't take external food. As long as I was in India, I used to take one meal a day. Sometimes, I think when I traveled to US and all the countries, I even had 2 meals a day. But after I left India, withdrew from human society, then I reduced it to once in 15 days, solid food, and other times liquid, sometimes little semi-solid like a kire, spinach. Mm. So nowadays, during the Maheshwara Puja, I take solid food. Please understand, it's not that I'm not taking the food, the external fuel, but it is 90% less than what you all usually take. It's almost like a 90% less than what you all take. So understand, just make consciousness as a fuel for your body. When you feel the hunger, you will make divya sarira of Paramashiva for yourself. Arunagiri Yogeshwara has shown me this solar eclipse, all the cosmic happenings, just like how you see in the IMAX theater. When I went to San Diego, I went to an IMAX theater to see that Swaminarayan movie. I don't remember the theater name, but I went to see Bhagavan Swaminarayan. On Bhagavan Swaminarayan's life, they released a movie. Went to see that movie, that IMAX theater. Exactly like that IMAX theater experience, Arunagiri Yogeshwara has shown me these cosmological happenings, like how the eclipse, solar eclipse happens, what all happens in the energy level, how the negative energies are nullified and pure consciousness pours on us during this eclipse time, how the right eye of Paramashiva, Surya, left eye of Paramashiva, Chandra, third eye of Paramashiva, Agni, pure force, pure energy, consciousness, manifests during this eclipse. Showers on all of us. Now, I'm going to enter into initiation to make this one truth as a reality in you. Be conscious. Let the consciousness of Paramashiva manifest in all of us, become the fuel for our mental, physical bodies. Mental, physical, emotional, psychological, pranic, all the levels. Stula, prana, sukshma, manomaya, viññānamaya, anandamaya, nirvana, all the levels of the sariras. Let Paramashiva, Shakti, Paramashiva's super consciousness be fuel, filling ourselves in every level. I tell you, the more and more you add consciousness as a fuel, more and more you become healthy, energetic, blissful, manifesting Paramashivatva. Your taste for life changes. I tell you, upgrading your taste for life is maturity. Upgrading your taste for life is maturity. Upgrading your taste for life makes you Ishwara in every field. In every field, you become Ishwara.